So what we're talking about today is your sensory factors, your antennas. So we have kind of antennas in our conscious mind. We have the ability to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And why do I share about this? I share about this because we've been programmed to really pay attention to the outside, living from the outside in. And realize this: you will never, ever do anything of consequence as long as you are living that way. Because an educated person is not necessarily one who has abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated person is someone who has developed the faculties of their mind, so they may acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. This is what Napoleon Hill said. And most people they're not aware of their conscious faculties, right? And these are your mental tools, and I'm going to share them with you today. So again, if you hear, put a thumbs up if you can hear me. If not, let me know too, because I want to know. And these are your mental muscles, mental faculties, intellectual faculties. And think of this for a moment. If you want to get stronger, or if you want to get faster, you need to train your muscles. You need to exercise them. Well, and what happens if you stop exercising your muscles? What happens if you just one day choose to lay all day, every day, on your couch, and you let someone else take care of your business? Let someone else take care of your daily chores. What happens? What happens is that your muscles will start slowly to decline in your strength. Your joints will start getting stiffer, and it will cause a whole list of other problems in your whole body, right? And your body was not meant to be used in that way. Your body was meant to be exercised. Your body was meant to be moved. Like a lion, it was meant to be moved, right? It was meant to be dynamic, powerful creature, really hunting for its prey. But your body was meant to be moved, and it should be a natural part of your life. Well, it's the same way with your mind, because the thing with the mind is it needs to be exercised. It needs to be strengthened. If you're not strengthening, it will naturally decline in its use. And so we have these higher faculties that I'm going to share with you today. We have the perception, will, reason, imagination, memory, and intuition. And these are really phenomenal mental tools that you can use and you can develop. And these are all they're powerful tools, but they need to be developed, right? And again, if you hear the first time, put a thumbs up in the comments. If the second time, clap in the comments and let me know as well. I'm really hyped to celebrate you. But let's look at the first mental faculty. Your first mental faculty is your memory. And let's think of them one at a time, because you have a memory. And there's no such thing as a good or bad memory. There's either well-trained memories or not well-trained memories, right? And do you know there's no such thing as a bad memory, right? There isn't. And, I remember just when I was preparing this, when I was a teenager, for some reason, I memorized the phone number of myself and of my mom's. And to this day, I can cite them by heart. Although I don't need them, because first of all, I don't have the same number because I moved to Germany. And second, my mom's number is saved anyway, and I have her on Facebook too. So that's not even necessary, but I had them memorized, right? So your memory is perfect. And anyone can develop a great memory. But average person has a lot of times no memory of how they actually got even home. But we got the marvelous memory, develop your memory, and you can develop to an amazing degree. Second, we have reason. Reason gives us the ability to think, and this is really important part here, because thinking is really the highest function of which we are capable of. No one on this planet can take away your ability to think. And we can be taught how to think, like we can be taught about writing, learning a new language, or playing a piano, or doing some sports. And we should learn how to really accurately think. And you say, oh, everyone thinks. Really? Really? If everyone would think, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. No one, right? If everyone would think, everyone would be fit. If everyone would think, everyone would be successful in the business. If everyone would think, everyone who wants to be a singer would be a professional singer. Not everyone thinks. There's a difference between thinking and thinking. And so thinking, what is thinking? Thinking is where we actually tap into the infinite. We pull energy from the thought ether. We pull it into our consciousness. We're conscious beings. We pull it into a consciousness, and we actually create thoughts, or we receive thoughts, and we create pictures because we are thinking in pictures. Think of anything, a picture comes to mind, right? There's another session where I'm probably going to be doing about the stick figure, a picture of how you can actually understand how your mind looks like. Because when you're thinking of your mind, there's no picture. Most people think of the brain, but that's not your mind as much as your elbow is, right? And so you have to have a picture in order to understand, in order to have a reference point, right? And that's how you build an idea. An idea is nothing more but a thought or a collection of thoughts directed towards a purpose. And so we want to really think. We want to think, and we want to think in new dimensions, right? We want to think in new dimensions on how can we really, let's think on how can we do so much better than we're doing. How can we do on what we're not doing yet? And don't spend any time on the negative pole thinking, on why we cannot, on why you cannot. That I love the analogy that the word impossible already includes the words I am possible, right? So the can't is a word really that has been planted in the mind and has probably done most damage in people's lives than any other two words in the English literature. But only think of how can we, how can I? That's the only the difference, right? And so let me just share something with you because this is so powerful. This is so powerful. Now here you will see a picture, right? This is an individual getting the results, which started with a report card in school, and it kept growing. So we have results, right? Report card, imagine the report card as the result at school. That creates thoughts, which creates feelings in your body, which creates actions, which create the same freaking result, right? It creates the same result over and over again. Then we observe that result, and we keep thinking the same thoughts. We keep feeling the same feelings and keep taking the same action, and we keep getting the same results week after week, month after year, month and year after year. And Einstein said if you keep doing the same thing and keep thinking the same thing just to add on it and expect a different result, Einstein called that insanity. And I tend to agree with him.